Let me adjust that. Yeah. Roadcaster Pro. Let's see if that does it. Do we have sound now? Do we got some sound going now?
All right, you're good. You're good to go.
Cool.
Good to go, baby.
All right.
Sorry about that, y'all.
All right, rock out, baby.
I bet.
Later.
Thank you, Cynthia Tibbs, for the tip. She's like, there's no sound.
And
oh my God!
Call, right? And you got a call.
And I said all that cool stuff about share your videos. All right, so we're gonna hit the button. One Nycha's in the building. We're back every week at 4 o'clock. Yeah, we here, y'all. Sorry about that little thing I just did. I you know what it is. We got a new program in the computer, and it's affecting it that it now this OBS program is not automatically reading the board. So I have to be careful of that. I'm mindful of that because we're going to eventually switch over to another program that we're going to be able to multi-stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live at the same time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm upgrading the system so we can have more of a reach.
IG too?
IG you can't do. Ooh, hold on. Damn, Jeff. Oh, Jeff done popped in hard. Yeah, what's up with Jeff? The sound cut off again? Nah, no way. Are you serious? The sound cut off? Can y'all hear me in the chat room? Let me just see what's happening. Hold on. Let me go to the chat room. Let's see. It's not happening. Hey, guys in the chat room, can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me in the chat room, just say, we hear you, Rock, in the chat room. And just make sure that's cool. Hold on. Let me see. Sound cut off again? Nah, no way. Are you serious? Yeah, I got sound. I see. Because I just played it. All right, y'all. So, welcome to the One Nycha Show.
Are we good? We good?
We are good. We are good as long. Listen, my phone is in the room.
Your phone made a little.
It's in the room, and I do this, right? And I go like that. And just make sure that's cool. Hold on, let me see. Yep. Sound cut off again. We got sound.
We got sound.
Cool.
Okay.
Still going.
Sound is fine. That's what Juanita says. Thank you, Juanita.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
All right, good. So this week, geez, what did I do this week? This week was pretty basic for me. I spent time upgrading the studio, downloading editing software so we can cut some commercials for Stan's campaign. That we can do a little bit of editing and stuff like that. And other than that, that's kind of been my week. It's been really quiet, getting prepared for Thanksgiving, obviously. We had an interesting show on the Real Discussion with Rock Logic. We did a show on Friday that we went back into time. We did a 1930s themed show. I came in with a tuxedo with a bow tie, and we shot the show in black and white.
I saw a little bit of that. Okay,
Okay. We did that with my man Lazy Lays from the Raw Perspective, and we had a really nice time just kind of doing it, just having some fun. Just doing something different. You know what I'm saying? You do this all week, Yeah. Saundrea, what's going on with you? You've been busy.
Yeah. Hey, greetings all. I'm Saundrea Coleman. I'm back in the building with my comrades and co-hosts. My week was really busy as usual, checking on seniors and neighbors to ensure that they have enough supply of PPE. I've been working with the Isaac Center and the council member's office to identify residents for turkeys. They'll be delivering the turkeys on Tuesday to the residents. On Friday, I was appointed co-chair to the newly formed Social Justice Committee of my community board.
All right.
Woo, you're getting heavy now.
Congratulations now, big time.
Congratulations, Saundrea.
Absolutely.
Thank you. So that was kind of exciting, for real.
Okay.
Yesterday I took the ferry over to Astoria houses.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
And participated in a press conference with Justice for All, just to support the people. And I know Stan will speak about it more. That's
because I saw something that came up.
Right.
And you're like on a stage, right?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Yeah,
very nice, very surprising.
And shout out to Congresswoman Carol Maloney, who was there.
Yes.
Hey, Carol, when you coming on the show?
He's always ahead of me with things, right?
Matter of fact, next time I see him, I'm going to ask it directly.
Well,
I'm pressing.
The men the women is going to lead y'all. Listen to
Right,
this.
you're right.
So anyway, shout out to Carolyn Maloney. Her and I had several conversations out there. We even rode the ferry back. So she is going to come on the One Nycha show.
Okay.
I'm going to be working on booking her after the holiday.
All right.
So she's excited. It most likely will be virtual, because she's...
Right.
No, however we can get it, it's fine by me.
Hello, right? That's good. And then today makes 174 days straight for the UES for BLM Visual, which has been out there since June 2nd. And
Y'all deserve that.
Yeah.
I mean, you really have been, it's like y'all haven't forgotten what the deal is. You know what I'm saying? And that's important because, people go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And y'all keeping that alive.
People
that's
are still dying. That's the bottom line.
Absolutely.
And again, due to police violence, let's be clear, why Black Lives Matter was, started, way before, under Michael Brown. So, shout out to those 3 ladies that founded it, global.
Absolutely.
So, and that's how my week was.
All right, cool. Mr. Stan,
Yes,
you
sir.
are a busy man. You're running for Queensboro
Yes, I am.
president,
Yes,
right? You're a very
absolutely.
busy man. What has your week been like, Stan?
Well, this week was really, really hectic. But I want to give a big shout out to Shantae Austin, Kimberly Elliott, Ashley DeLeon, Ashley's mom, all the people from 104 Astoria Boulevard who are still without gas. So I want to make sure we clear that they are without gas still as the holiday approach. And there's no end in sight as to when the gas is going to come on. So I really want folks to feel the pain that they're feeling, but I also want folks to celebrate what we did yesterday. We had an incredible fundraiser. Some people spoke for the first time, so I'm seeing leaders emerge, and take ownership of this fight themselves. And we're fighting back, So I want to thank also Saundrea for coming out, and Lakeisha Taylor came out, and Catherine Bladikis spoke, so we had a lot of representatives of Nychas from all around, all 5 boroughs, and it was really, really good, so we're going to continue to fight and really try to press the issue and find out when will this gas come on. It's really incredible. And then I also want to say to Greg Russ, your program is not working. There's a pilot program that was created for Astoria houses, Queensbridge, and Ravenswood, and also I believe Woodside, where they was going to actually improve, they said, the way repairs are being done. And they said there would be skilled workers in the manager's office. So I went to check it out with a couple of residents to see if indeed this is happening. And I could tell, sadly to say, that it's not. I didn't see any skilled workers in the office. The secretary didn't even know really if the program started or didn't start. So, really, is there really a program? And then the people that I went down there with did not get any answers still. Went in there and got the brush off, as we always do. The manager of Queensbridge North, Mr. Hack, was actually in the office at the time and wouldn't even come out and address the tenant, and explain what's happening. He literally hid behind the glass. And that's the kind of disrespect that tenants have been facing for a while. So no, Greg Russ, your program is not working. I did tell Carolyn Maloney also that it's not working.
She said she would even show up.
So she's going to begin now going to the office, to the manager's office in Queensbridge and Ravenswood to find out what the problem is.
Sounds like a staffing problem.
Yeah, it's a staffing
how
problem.
do you implement a pilot program and you don't even have to staff and you don't have to plan orchestrated?
Right.
So if you need the manpower, then you should have had those people hired. If that's the case, I don't know what it is.
And the lady actually, I feel bad for the secretary because she's being forced to answer questions.
Right.
And all the housing assistants are hiding in the back,
of course,
along with the manager. And so I feel bad for her. But she said that they're trying to gather the tickets together or something. Like, what do you what type of nonsense are you telling people? And over in Ravenswood, they told the resident to go home and somebody will be showing up that day. They said, go home, somebody will be there later on that day. Nobody shows up. Now we're going on several days. Nobody still is showing up. So where's the improvement? So Greg, Russ, your program is not working. Y'all got to do way better than this.
Okay. Wow.
I'm just going to shout out the room a little bit before I get to Mike. Carmen Quinones, she's like, yo, what's up? Says, congratulations, girl, well deserved. Oscar the Grouch is watching, okay?
Oh, hey.
Shayna, she's in the house. New York Bound is watching. Leek Escobar is watching.
All right.
Jeff, ESP's watching.
Hey, ESP.
Hey, beautiful.
Judith Medina. Cherry Rose is watching.
Oh, hey. Hey, well.
house. Okay. Cynthia Tibbs is in the house. You know, hey, big shout out. I talked to Cynthia during the week.
Hey,
She is doing well. That's
Good.
what I would say about that. Juanita Cabello
hey, Juanita.
and Kalaloo. He said, I'm
Okay.
trying to change that.
That's Kyrie.
That's Miss Kim Tyree.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
it's like- yeah, she actually, I streamed my documentary and she watched it.
Beautiful.
That was so dope. Lamont Quasar's in the house.
Yes, Quasar. What's going on, my brother Quasar? Yes, sir.
And Tom JJ, Rodney Jones.
That's this guy that's right here. That's this guy that's
How
right
many
here.
names you got?
I'm telling you.
Well, now,
Who are you?
with that being said, Tom JJ, what's going on with you, Mike? The unseen silent one who is also a co-host on One Nycha. What's up?
Yeah.
Well, Tom JJ, just the acronyms from the other Mike Jones.
Ooh,
Okay.
Oh,
That's
that's
the
slick.
acronyms for that.
Okay, all right. So what's going on with you, Mike? How's your week been? What's been going on with you, man? Talk to the people. We haven't talked to you in a while.
I know. Well, everything was going back and forth for me, to be honest.
Okay.
The beginning of this month, my wife seen the best for the lady that she's been trying to see since she was young, the doctor Lita I was telling y'all about.
Okay.
And she got a lot of the procedures done for her. And,
Great. Beautiful.
Possible that she will have to go back because there was a lot that needed to be done. But
Okay. Talk about it if you bringing it up. Talk about it.
yeah, 'cause my wife, she have cysts all over her body from her neck down to her like her upper thighs and everything. So even in her back, like her back and her buttocks and everything. So she have cysts a lot. And I think that leave saying that she had like more than 500.
Wow.
Wow.
So she would have to go back. So she couldn't do everything at that day.
Got you.
But they,
Wow.
was it successful, whatever they did, the work? Okay, that's good. Thank God.
Phew, thank God for
Right?
that.
Yeah.
I just want to make a quick note, guys, that at the bottom of the screen, you see the 908-242-6234 number, 908-242-6234 number. You guys can call in live to the show. We didn't do Zoom today because we didn't. It wasn't necessary for us to do Zoom, so we're just kind of streaming straight. So if you want to call in, you want to talk about anything in terms of any complaints or anything, I know we have a couple of people that are scheduled to call in.
Possible,
So
yeah.
that's the number. Once again, that's
Yes,
908.
give us a call. Let's talk about
Yeah.
it.
Give
You
us
got
a
any
ring.
issues anywhere in the city?
Yeah.
If you're watching, call in. Let's see
Yeah.
how we can help you.
Yeah.
Call in.
Any
Yeah.
complaints,
Give us
please?
a
I got a
call
complaint.
and
Look, I got
Talk to us.
the
and-
bottom of my sink in my kitchen
Well,
was
call
leaking
us.
for a while.
No, call us.
Look, I have
Call him from the chair.
Anybody got any complaints? They got to call. We
Yeah.
gonna talk about it.
Yeah, call
Yeah,
in.
100%, because that's what's going on.
Call in and allow others to be able to call in too. So
Right.
Yeah, sometimes that gets a little rough.
yeah, so
I guess
we
a little
want
dicey.
but we want you to call in if you can.
All right. So, Saundrea, what's going on? What's happening in Nycha? What's going on this week? Where's our fight? What are we doing? Go.
The fight is still ongoing for everybody in Nycha. I know there's a crew out there with Fulton houses. They're
Yes,
still,
yes,
they're going
yes,
through a
yes.
lot. When
What's
Justice-
happening in Fulton?
Justice Center in Barrio had came to us way back last year, middle of the year, and we were already organized, so they just were, coming in to help us a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I had told them, I said, y'all need to get to Fulton because my best friend, shout out to Poochie, lives down in Fulton
Mm-hmm.
houses. So give us some. That's my best friend. Nobody gets that. Nobody gets that.
All right, Poochie.
Yeah, but and I said, y'all need to get down there and see about them, and Lower West Side, like 17th Street and stuff, and they've done some work already down there, some building and stuff, and they're trying to do. Is it the infill?
I believe this is rad. I think
Because
they're
one
trying
time
to
I
do a
think it was
conversion.
kind of like infill.
It might,
or something
it might be
going on.
more, maybe both situations going
Yeah.
on, but I think now is a rad situation. I think they're declining to sign the leases.
Right,
if I'm
yeah,
not
it
mistaken.
is red now, but I
Right,
know that
right.
because they were working with Siegel.
Right,
They
right,
signed
yeah,
Siegel
absolutely,
At one time,
yep,
so, but yeah, they've done some work down there. They took away some pieces a little bit, part of the land with some stuff way back, but now they're still coming for their homes, and the people don't want red, So I'm glad they're still fighting and staying strong. So that's their fight. Also for us, Homes Isaac Coalition, Homes Towers, Fetner, the developer that wanted to take away our playground and build a 50-story building, he's supposed to be coming back. We had won a lawsuit.
Right.
Borough president did a lawsuit last year around June. We won in June. And now it's like he's coming back. So, but he wants to go through the proper procedure and go through, the community board and everything like that. So that's a good thing about it. But still, we have to, get organized, reorganize a way, which we're fighting for repairs. We still have our lawsuit in place, and we're still going back and forth to court for that virtually. But now we also have to, get our boots on the ground and organize the residents to stand for this fight, which is going to come through the community board.
Right.
So, the residents are going to have to be there, and they're going to have to speak.
Yes.
Right.
Even though they get to 2 minutes, they're going to have to speak.
That's right. You got to show up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's basically, yeah.
Well, interesting, because the next question I want to ask is, what is Thanksgiving going to look like in Nycha with the situation that, they're saying, people need to stay in their homes, no visitors, elderly people who normally cook and have big family over. So what is that going to look like? And are there any preparations?
What I can tell you, for the folks in Astoria, it's incredible. Sitting there and you're speaking to them. And how are you going to cook Thanksgiving on one hot plate? So you got to be cooking for hours and hours and hours and hours. And it is really just so disrespectful.
Yeah.
It's really incredible. And you can see the pain in these people's faces. I mean, Thanksgiving is a big thing. And they really are having that taken away from them.
Can you let the people know, is one building or is it
Well,
one?
it's one building, but now we're hearing the gas is out in another building.
Okay, so now it's to two.
So now it's two buildings in Astoria houses. And when you look at Astoria, you see exactly what's wrong. Because right down the street is Hollis Cove, Hollis Point, which is a high-rise development, very, very well-built, luxury. They sit right on the water, so you have the ferry that comes there.
Right.
So one would look at that neighborhood and think, it's thriving and prospering, because all around the development, it is thriving and prospering.
Right.
And then they took a piece of their parking lot, and they're going to build on that and build a high-rise development, a luxury development in their parking lot, I believe. So when you see all of this,
That's infill.
that's infill. Yeah, that's already signed and done and so forth.
This is what they do.
So you looking how that looks to the resident. Where all around them, things are being built and skyrise going up, and you can't even cook a Thanksgiving dinner in your apartment. So it's really a problem. When you look at that, that's the issue all around the city.
Oh, there you go. We ain't heard from you in a long time. Hold on. What's up,
To
Sid?
accept, press 1.
Oh, there you
to
go.
send a voicemail, press 2.
Cynthia Tibbs in the house. What's up?
Hey,
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hold on. I got to give you that right there. What's happening, Sin?
Hey, I'm trying to give you guys a little assistance on the gas.
okay.
For those that don't know, I have 11 buildings over here also that has been without gas for a month and a half. Okay, so when you talk about what's happening for Thanksgiving, you have to know, and I put the man's name in the chat.
Okay.
You have to go Vito Musticellino. Stop dealing with your management office over there. They are clueless. They are incompetent, and you're starting at the bottom of the chain instead of the top of the chain. I went directly to the top of the chain. They are supplying all of my residents with hot Thanksgiving meals, from vegetarian meals to the full traditional meals. They are required to give them to any development that currently is without gas. But if you don't know this, they won't give it to you. Stop dealing with the management office.
Right.
Okay. Now,
In addition, does the Astoria office have a tenant association president? Because I was just given a grant to buy every single tenant a giant crock pot to cook out of. I'm currently in the process of ordering all of them.
that's wonderful.
That should be happening over there, because you cannot cook off of a hot plate.
All right. Now I know Ms.
one meal at a
Koga
time.
is the resident council president there, and I'm not gonna be critical and or really like that today, but there's not as much being done on that level. Let me just say that.
Okay, just to go straight, right? Is she active or is she inactive? Without being critical.
She's showing up. I would say this. I don't think she's doing all that she could do.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
Then you need to let her know what is available. What is available to her. Because I know everything that's available to me.
Right.
And all I had to do was make a call to resident engagement. They sent me the paperwork. It took me not but an hour to fill it out, send it back in, and I got approved to buy crock pots for everybody.
And so I have a
Put
question
the
for you.
money on my card. Yes,
Sin, how many crock pots are you buying?
85.
Wow.
So now, Cynthia, what I want to do is I
That
want to
is
put you in
wild.
touch with Shantae and Kimberly, the resident leaders in Astoria. And you guys, if y'all could talk and you can share information with them, that would be great.
Yep.
So I will absolutely be doing that this week.
For Thanksgiving, you need to contact Vito Musticellino immediately. I will send you his email address,
Okay.
and you need to send him a letter stating that the total amount of residents you have,
Okay.
and they all need to be supplied with Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay.
NYCHA does that for
Okay.
any development that is currently without gas.
So we got to jump on that
Yeah, we gotta
tomorrow.
jump like tomorrow.
That's
absolutely.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving is
Yeah.
Thursday.
And do you
Thank
think,
you.
Do you
All
think
my
it's enough
residents
time?
got calls last week. Well, yeah, my residents got calls on Friday.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Monday.
All right,
have to
the
find
meals
out,
are
yeah.
actually being delivered to them on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
You should check with the
So,
resident
yes,
council
it
president.
doesn't
Sam,
come
'cause
from NYCHA.
She might already be getting
Yeah,
that.
y'all have to communicate with your president.
Cool.
We and that becomes some of the issues. Like we invited her. We had the press conference yesterday, and one would think that she would come and speak.
Yeah.
You know.
But give her a call because this might already be in place. It's
I'm gonna
possible,
find
'cause
out.
They know
Yes,
she
it
doesn't
is
have
in
gas.
place.
I'm gonna find out. I'll find out.
let's go for it.
I'll find out.
Let's go for it
No,
and
I
get
mean
it.
that she might have been already notified, and you might not know what's
Right.
going on.
That could be true
right,
too. Right.
let's
So,
be
so
clear,
matter of
we
fact,
don't
yeah.
wanna-
Matter of
we
fact,
don't
yeah. I don't want to throw anybody in
Yeah.
the bus, and I
Right,
don't know.
exactly.
So what I will say is I will call
Yeah.
and try to find out. But sometimes when you call, unfortunately, they don't always respond. You know, that becomes the issue as well.
But if it isn't done,
Then-
then we know
Get
who
it
to
done.
call.
Then if
Right,
they
right.
don't, then you go as Justice for All Coalition.
Right.
You send an email to Vito Musticellino stating, I want to know what's happening with supplying
That's
the
cool.
residents of Astoria houses with a meal.
We on it right
Absolutely.
That's it.
now. I appreciate that information.
Cynthia, I want to thank you so much
Yes.
as usual.
And I'm still gonna connect you to Shantae and them, so we can they can learn from you and all of that good stuff. So I think that'd be a good thing.
No problem.
And I got to tell you, she's always been very helpful. Like
Yeah.
things that I needed to do, I give her a call and she's like, "Here, Rock, this is who I'm gonna hook you up with," so on and so forth.
Right,
So
right.
She's been super supportive. Cynthia, thank you for calling in, Mama.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
All right, bye bye. Cynthia Tibbs.
That's valuable information. I'm glad she
Yeah,
called in.
that's why I said you have to check with the person because the resident council president.
That we can get it done. We have time that we can,
Absolutely.
make the phone calls.
Absolutely.
out and,
Absolutely.
Make sure
Absolutely.
everything is cool.
I don't know about y'all. Time about fast. Thanksgiving is Thursday.
Thanksgiving's Thursday, brother.
We're in the holidays now.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, the year's over.
Yeah.
I just had this Halloween event.
Yeah.
The year's over, bro.
Yeah, we
That's
gotta
it.
move on.
We're
Move
all
on.
done.
Hopefully next year will be better than this year. This year was the worst of
Right,
all.
right. It was very bad, and and they're telling us. I mean, what they really want to do is they really want to actually lock down Thanksgiving. That's really what they want to do. They really want to just kind of keep people in place, because what's going to happen is this, right? And this is going to happen all across the country. It's going to be a post-holiday COVID spike. That's what's going to happen. You're looking at January and February, you're going to see the numbers go up because you can't stop Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Like, just people are just not going to, grandma's not going to cook and you come to the door and she hands you a plate. People, you know what I'm saying? Like, people just aren't going to operate like
But
that.
if you want to live,
Right.
Yeah.
I
if you
mean,
want grandma to live, that's
Right.
what you do. Rebecca Lamort goes to her mother's house in Long Island. She has not been physically with her mother for months.
Right.
And she'll drive out there, take food away from the door, and go, or just they talk from a distance from the door.
100.
Like, if you want your parents and to live, or your grandparents to live, and if you want to live, stay your butt home.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
I mean,
gonna-
that's
I was
it.
gonna
People are
go out
getting
of town.
tested. Like we just came into the studio, right? They
Right.
lined up.
Yeah.
People are getting tested to travel. which
Yes,
is
they are.
crazy.
There's a
You get-
line down the street.
There is. I saw that
You
coming
get
when we
first
tested
came
to
in.
travel, and what you're doing? Your test. Okay, you find out you're negative. You're only negative from after they done swabbed you, because once you walk out, you can be
Positive
Yeah.
instantly.
Yeah. Right.
So
right.
this is crazy, and it's selfish. It's selfish.
Yeah. Because all those people are online because they're trying to travel this
Yeah.
week.
Right.
And they're all getting tested for COVID.
I'm
Right.
good. I'm good. I'm going.
And it's about 40 people outside
Yeah.
the studio.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And people are waiting hours at different locations throughout the city. Some people waited 4 hours for
Yeah.
a COVID test.
So you see what I'm saying? The dedication to you wanting to commune during Thanksgiving is that deep. And that's why I said, I hope that people don't that adhere to exactly what you're saying, which is, hey, you know what? If you want to live, you want Granny to live, your parents to live, stay away. But human nature is kind of different.
They got them people out there that be like, we gonna die one day. I had a few people out there that say, oh, we gonna die if it's meant for me to die. I'm like, but listen, you can try to prevent it.
It's the same smoker analogy. I'm gonna die, you gonna die, or anything anyway, right? I'm gonna keep smoking. Like, no.
Here's the problem with that. Okay, so I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. If I get it, I get it anyway. Let me explain something to you. Okay, so if you die and you feel like that, okay, so that's your deal. But that ain't the problem. See, COVID don't kill everybody. So now you get it, right? And then the problem with COVID is you have effects from COVID for a lifetime. Now all of a sudden you got a heart condition that you didn't have before. You got a lung condition that you didn't have before. Right. And guess what? COVID didn't kill you, but now you're suffering for the next 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part that people are missing. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just get the flu, you get over, and you're like, boom. I've talked to at least 10 people. I can put a number on it. At least 10 people that said after they recovered from COVID, they were not the same. They didn't have the same energy.
Issues. They can walk in, no cane. Now you got a cane.
Right? Yeah. All of a sudden, you're suffering from blood clots. So the statement that some of y'all are making, like, okay, if I get it, then and it kills me. That ain't the problem. It's if it don't kill you.
Right.
You will suffer a lifetime of grief.
It's like the person that attempts suicide but fails.
Exactly.
I'm being real.
That's the truth.
Right.
The person that attempts suicide and they fail, what happens?
Now you messed up
for the rest of your life.
You shot yourself, and now you got to live. And
with what you're left with.
With what you're left with, and that is the real deal. So you guys got to understand.
That ain't real. It's real.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you got to understand what you're really saying when you're making these statements. It's not just it's over and you're better.
Listen, they better stay away from me because I like my life. I don't want it. Every time I hear somebody got it, I'm trying to stay away.
He traveled and he quarantined.
And he quarantined.
He did not
did it the right way.
What? And even if he's not, when we have a guest, he's out there.
Right.
He did not come to the studio, so give him some.
Yeah,
because he loved himself and us enough.
That's right.
That's right.
Thank you for that.
That's right.
Mike did. We talked to him on the phone, every couple of days. Like, I'm quarantined, man. I'm in my room, and I was like, wow, that's dedication,
right?
You know what I'm saying, to be able to go, you know what, I'm gonna stay put, after I travel for 2 weeks to make sure I'm cool.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. And you're young. You know what I'm saying? You're not an old guy. You know what I'm saying? You want to be outside. You want to go to the parties, and you took responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Because the other thing that they're jumping on with this COVID thing in the country is that the youth are being irresponsible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a very responsible thing. And I mean, we've seen the parties and stuff. So we know how people like to party.
Right.
I'm really afraid for everybody, but the show is about One Nycha. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to, have big Thanksgiving dinners in their home.
Yeah.
And strangers that will come into your home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Family that traveled from Texas maybe or South Carolina, but they're going to come into the homes. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's going to be a really big problem.
If you got a backyard, buckle up if it's cool or cold and do something out there if you really got to do it, but everybody doesn't have public housing.
Right.
You don't have a backyard.
So I pray for all my Nycha residents, please be careful, and really think hard about how you're going to celebrate, knowing that we already have lack of repairs, lack of issues, knowing that the developments are not being cleaned the way they should be. So it's a very high chance that people can be affected. I've been in all these buildings that I work in, and they're still not being cleaned to this day, to this very day. So be cautious, because we're not living in the best environments, and it's not being clean.
And I still see people walk with no mask on sometimes.
Yeah, in the stores and
I be like, wow.
Yeah. They're asking for it.
Yeah.
Because they think they can't get it.
I know. I see the sign right on their forehead that say, "Give me COVID." I don't know why they don't have.
Let's see what's happening. Hold on. Hello?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, you on the air?
Carmen Quinones.
Hey, Carmen Quinones.
Hi,
Big
baby.
shout out.
How are you?
What's up, girl?
Yes.
What's happening, Carmen?
Hey, baby, listen. Yo, understand.
Yes.
Go over everybody's head and get them people their stuff.
I sure will.
I mean,
I sure will.
text Vito, text the CEO, and if you want me to do it, I'll do that shit now.
You know what? No.
They have to have their stuff right now.
Feel free to.
We can't wait till Thursday. That's not fair,
Right. Feel free
and it's
to.
not right.
Right. Right.
Carmen, I say go for it. Like let's get it done.
If you want to, feel free.
Let's get it done,
Do me a
Carmen.
favor. Just text me the address and stuff. I'll take care of that shit right now.
I'm gonna tell you now. It's one dash.
Daddy, please.
Carmen.
I'm dead up. I'm dead up because nobody deserves that.
It's 1-04 Astoria Boulevard.
And I'll send you a text from my phone.
Yeah,
text me.
Whatever help anyone can
Yeah,
give,
of
to
course.
make the situation happen. This is One Nycha, right? So we all gonna come together, make sure these folks have the very best. So I appreciate
You know
any
how
help.
that go. But another thing, you need to start going over. If your president, give her the courtesy. But if she don't do nothing, go over her head.
Right.
Because
right.
we talking about seniors and we talking about people. This is a human issue.
Yep. Absolutely.
We ain't got time for nobody trying to grandstand.
Right.
We got to
right.
go over everybody's head when it comes to them.
Absolutely.
You are 100% right,
All right.
Carmen.
I just wanted to say that.
Carmen, thank you so much for calling. It's good to hear your voice.
One love, baby. One love.
One love.
One Nycha.
Bye.
One Nycha.
All right. Carmen Quinones, ladies and gentlemen. Always colorful.
We want to stay on the air.
Carmen be having that colorful language, you know what I'm saying? But what I like about it is she talks how I talk. When I'm off air.
The language that I use.
Yes.
Right.
She
So
talk
we
how I
stay
talk.
on-
We're gonna get this together. You understand? I'm gonna do that right
But
now.
we-
Like
but we want to stay on the air.
I know,
we want
I
to
know.
still want our platform.
yeah,
so.
we gonna definitely have to. I'm gonna have to do an edit on that one or something. I mean, it's happening now.
It's
So.
live, so yeah.
But
do no
but
beats.
you know what? You know what they say? People encourage you can trust them. That's
It's real emotion.
Yeah.
And these people are really angry and upset. So this is why we are responding this way.
Right.
Because we're living in crazy situations.
yeah, and it's sad. And she's right. It's a human thing. It is a human thing. This is people. During the holidays that ain't got food and all this stuff. They have a new term for it now. It's called you are oh my God, something insecure. Okay, what would you say if you're food insecure?
Right.
That's what they call it now. It's a new
Food
term.
insecurity.
Yeah, food insecurity is a new term. I never heard that term before. That people that are working or that were working and that people that were well-to-do in society now are food insecure.
Yeah.
Now what's going on is deeper than food insecure.
Yeah.
This is abuse.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This is just straight abuse. Like, okay, you know what? Whatever, y'all deal with it. And I'm so glad that Cynthia called in and Carmen called in so we can get this ball rolling.
Yeah.
People are used to, of course, making their turkey or whatever, but their pies and their cakes. My mother,
Sure.
God rest her soul, used to make 10 sweet potato pies and a red velvet cake.
And I do
You
know
need that
that.
oven. You need that oven.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and they miss that, what they do. Because of this, the people, and a lot of seniors
Right.
are out there in the story houses and most of our developments, and they're used to baking their cakes, their pies, and their turkey and so forth.
And I am going to definitely follow up, but I also want to give a big shout out to Evie, because I believe we are going to be having a turkey dinner of some sort in front of the building that day as well. But that still doesn't excuse all the issues.
No.
But we are going to definitely
The
serve
deal is
some
this:
food
let's get
on
definite, and
that
let's
day.
get clear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We,
And that's good.
Carmen will make the call. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We can make the call. Like
Absolutely.
let's the more the merrier for me.
Yeah, of course. Because
And
even if they do right, they'll get it from Nycha. But there are people that are used to giving plates to people,
Right,
right?
right.
So that extra food that
Right,
you
the
need,
extra more,
right,
and they can
exactly,
use it, right?
Exactly,
So
yeah.
whatever Nights is going to give, we're
Right,
going to
yeah,
jump
'cause
right
that's
on
gonna
that.
be house
Right
Because
now.
that's separate, whatever
And then
we
what
do
it-
as a
exactly.
mutual aid, that's
Right.
great too. We're going to do it
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
And make sure these
That'll
folks
be
have
good, yeah.
more than enough food
Of course, they
to
should.
eat,
The
for next
holiday,
week.
yeah.
That's what's got to be.
Belly's
Yeah.
full.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
belly's full.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's just a blatant disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm so glad we're attacking this issue. I know it wasn't part of the program, but
No.
it was a necessary part of the program.
Yeah, and
You
what
know
I like
I'm
is when
saying?
we all come together, and share our resources, share our knowledge,
Yeah.
share our fight, because it's all of our fight. If one is suffering, we all suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me look in the chat room, see what's going on. Not that I haven't been there. Saundrea, what do you got going on? No, I'm just asking you. I'm going to the chat room, so I can't talk.
Oh.
I can't talk.
No, Just the same stuff. I'm trying to see if I could reach out to someone that I don't know if I'm gonna get her this week though, to speak about the gas and Nycha and how it comes on. So
it's a long, drawn out process.
Yes,
The whole vendor service.
Yeah.
What I was told, that's why I want to get Shantae and some of the others who are having these conversations.
Yes.
But I was told that the reason why they can't really get over to Astoria, one of the reasons is there's not enough vendors, and they're over there in Ravenswood, where there's no gas over there. So why is it not enough? Not everybody.
It was a
but
point
there's
of time.
several apartments in Ravenswood now that are out of gas. So this is why they can't get people over there. This is the kind of nonsense they're telling people. This is what they tell the residents. And then they have these meetings. We can't do nothing because we're stuck in Ravenswood.
Wow.
So in the chat room, I'm just going to read this. Cynthia put, anyone on the Upper West Side can go to Goddard Riverside, 593 Columbus Avenue, Thanksgiving Day, from 12 noon until 3 p.m.
Yes,
and pick up a complete hot meal on that day. So
beautiful. She
just put that in the chat, and I just wanted to make the announcement for those of y'all that can't see the chat, that that's where you can go so you can get a hot meal. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. People have suffered out here.
And I want to say this too, because this is happening in the East Hall.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot it. And Rodney Jones said, Share for Life Foundation had turkey giveaways this past Saturday in Queensbridge.
Good.
Thanks to Tony Herbert, April Simpson, Taylor. April, I guess is that Josh's sister?
No, April Simpson is the resident. Well,
I know, right?
She was the resident council president at Queensbridge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what's happening now.
Yeah, that's it.
And Jacob Reese, settlement staff. So that's been happening. So I mean, we're out here supporting each other, which is beautiful.
And I'll say this.
Go ahead, Saundrea.
District Leader Eddie Gibbs and the East Harlem Dems, which is my club, will be hosting their 18th annual Grab and Go Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving Day from 12 to 6 at First Sharon Baptist Church, 233 East 116th Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenue. So, people up in East Harlem, if you have some food insecurities, go on by.
Right.
He's also making some deliveries to some of the seniors in my development as well. So
That's wonderful.
Shout out.
That's wonderful.
Shout out him a little bit.
Oh, hold on.
I mean, everybody's doing their part. Everybody's doing their part.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the church. The church should always step up, especially around this time. They're used to doing the fixings and bringing plates and stuff.
Right.
like
And that's
that.
for people that don't live in NYCHA.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
exactly,
saying? People that don't live in NYCHA.
Yeah.
You can go to the church and go
You
get your
gotta
plate.
sit
Right.
Because I know there's a lot of unemployed people. I have a friend that I talked to, and he managed a very, very famous restaurant in Manhattan. And he's like, I'm trying to hold on to my apartment. I'm trying to get food. He live on 72nd Street. He's one of those well-to-do guys.
Right.
We were talking on the phone yesterday. It's like, Rock, is there any type of job that I can do? Can I, what can I do? And I mean, it was like, wow, just to know that he was like that was really, really took me back a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I mean, whatever I can do to help, we can do that. So, when we talk about these food drives and we talk about these places for you to get food, there's a lot of people that don't live in NYCHA that got to go to these places to go and get food.
Right.
I mean, food.
The homeless situation is going to be through the roof.
Sure.
I mean, the evictions have started. They're moving forward with that.
Yeah.
So it's going to be through the roof.
Hopefully we'll get another extension on that.
Yeah.
Well, once the president changes, maybe
but
we can get that going.
Yeah, I hope so.
They ain't kicking no out. They ain't kicking no out before.
We need to,
Right.
the governors and of the states. But
They need to.
I want to switch gears.
Go ahead, go.
Don't hurt me.
No.
So let's talk about masks. Pull your mask up. Show your mask.
All right, hold on.
I got the personal MC Sticky
And then I
mask.
can talk about mine.
All right. So what happened here was I got tired of these masks I was putting on, and I decided to have my own mask made.
Okay.
It is the MC Sticky mask, which is also me.
Get yourself some.
And yes, so I decided to get my own custom mask done.
Okay.
And that's what I have going on here. And I'm enjoying it. And it works really well. It comes with a filter and everything.
Okay.
Super slick and cool.
And for those who don't know who MC Sticky is, why don't you tell them what you've done about it?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry,
who's
my
MC
bad.
Sticky?
So yeah, I made number one. I made the record "Shake What Your Mama Gave
I can hear
Ya."
you.
Shake what your mama gave ya.
Give it to
Yeah.
us like you
Right?
did it.
Oh no, come on,
Give
man.
it to us. You can take the mask.
Shake what your mama gave ya.
There you go.
Something like that, right?
You heard it live
Right.
on One Nycha.
Yeah, and I made we're gonna bounce one time to the beat. Come on. So a lot of the party records that you've been hearing, I'm the person that made those records. That's my voice in the records. So I decided to make my own kind of mask, you know,
Okay,
and that's what I'm
that's
starting
nice,
right now.
that's nice.
Thank you.
Now, Lori, you know Lori?
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Okay.
designed these masks.
Oh, those are nice.
Little
For the
cute.
BLM.
Yeah.
Okay, those are nice.
So,
Those are
shout
nice.
out to her.
No,
So,
Father's
indeed.
Alive in the Hood gave me this shirt.
so she's an artist, so you
Right.
know, just yeah.
Right.
So, yeah.
And Father's Alive in the Hood gave me this shirt.
Okay. There
Shout
we
out
go.
to Fathers
There we
Alive in the
go.
Hood.
Yeah,
What
that's
about
it.
you? What you got? You got
Well,
something-
just
what you-
before we're gonna get masks to say fully for Nycha.
Okay.
You know, so we're gonna be distributing that to get that message out.
Okay.
So folks could be more aware of what's
Make sure
going
you
on.
send some over to.
Oh,
us,
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Give out to
absolutely,
some residents.
absolutely,
Yeah.
without question.
That's what's up.
And I don't know if I ever shouted out thank Lorenzo for helping me with that.
Oh yes, talk about that.
He helped me with the Halloween event. It turned out better than what I expected it to turn out. I did not expect it to turn out as much people came.
It was great.
Yeah, I was surprised.
The pumpkins and everything.
Yes, the
yeah.
pumpkin. The kids came, painted some pumpkins, got a little kit. I gave him a little fire truck kit or a little boat kit that they was able to put together themselves.
Yes.
What else? Yeah, we gave out little candy bags.
Okay.
It had little decorations up everywhere.
Yeah, it was nice. I seen it. Yeah, y'all did your thing.
So we're gonna have to plan something for the holidays. You know,
Yes, I wanna
we
do-
got to figure something out. Maybe something for Christmas.
I want to do it for Christmas as well.
Okay.
I mean, it would
What
be
development are you in? Let the people
I'm in
know.
Ravenswood Houses.
You're a public housing resident. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
always was. Before Ravenswood Houses, I was in Brownsville Houses. Came Ravenswood Houses, I was Bayview Houses. I was in all the houses. But yes, I'm trying to do something every month, hopefully. Well, every time I can get the opportunity to. It's just, I mean, you know, funds and everything is hard, so you know things is expensive nowadays, you know. And then I wanted to ask you about this lady named Kathy Nolan's that she supposed to
Kathy
be
Nolan?
She supposed to be the representative of Ravenswood.
Well, she's I believe Congress. But okay, what about Kathy Nolan? What about
No,
her?
because I mean, I would like to sit there and see if I can get in contact with her. So if she represented Ravenswood, she can help out with any future events as well.
We could put you in touch with her. We have her contact information. Not so sure what she gonna do. You know,
Well, I
we're-
mean,
we're
if you're
critical of
representative of
Kathy Nolan.
Ravenswood, I
We're
will
critical.
hope. If you representative of Ravenswood, I should hopefully that you should be able to do something for Ravenswood, right?
Well, you would hope. You would hope. But
Does
we have.
Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney cover it too, or no? She
I
doesn't.
don't think
cover
Cal
it?
Maloney
Okay.
covers Ravenswood.
Okay. Okay.
So we have Miss Shayna in the house. Shayna K has been
Oh,
doing.
Rock's not next to me no more.
Yeah,
Okay.
Shayna's been doing an outstanding, wonderful job capturing footage, of Nycha residents. She did last one in Ravenswood. They got over 1.3 or 4 million, 1,000 views.
Yeah, with Miss Leslie, that one
And
was
she's been
public
interviewing Nycha residents and bringing their stories out. So Shayna, what's been happening with you? You came to the press conference yesterday. How was that
the
experience?
press conference was very, very informative. I want you guys to go on the One Nycha page and check out all the footage that I shot. And I feel like, I felt it was heartfelt, especially when Vanessa spoke, when she talked about she's going through so many issues in her family. And she just want to make sure that people who's coming to help the community, that they genuinely coming to help and not doing it for their own purposes,
Right.
And it was just a lot of things that, was captured, even when Kathy was talking about her child that got tested for mold.
Right.
And that and I was there that Friday when you went with her to the, management
Right.
office to try to get certain stuff done. Even the Wednesday when we went to the management office to help, I forgot what's her name.
That was Miss Beans. That was Ravenswood.
Yeah,
Beans.
and they
Yep.
practically flashed her off, talking
Yeah.
about, I need to go to lunch, but this lady's living with mold and she has pre-existing health conditions, and we already know that there's a spike in COVID. So why is it that she's being dismissed?
And they really did dismiss her. How if the guy is there, don't have somebody sitting there and wait for an hour and you go take lunch. This is what they do to discourage you from really coming back and forth. And she was discouraged. You can see it on her face. She's not doing well. She has some health issues, so she made it down there with her kids too. So it was a really heartbreaking moment, and to see how they were going to just let her go out with no information. Which basically they sent her out with no information anyway. They said they were going to call,
They pushed
didn't call.
You know, because they was asking. The first thing he asked, did you put a ticket in? And I feel like after that, then she pulled out her phone.
She had a ticket.
She had a whole list of tickets that she put in, and no one has fixed anything. They didn't get back to her. They didn't follow up. So,
and that's the first way they get you. To kind of frustrate you. If you don't have your tickets, then they're not even going to talk to you.
Yeah.
You know, so that's how they kind of brush you off.
They don't have access to look at
right, the tickets are right in their computer. It's right in there. I've seen them. I've seen the resident go there and not have a ticket, and they be arguing press, and then they go in the computer and pull it up. So why do you put them through all that? You know, so you can send them home if you don't keep pressing. And it was crazy.
Yeah, it's like a lot of things that they do as a deterrent, which to me is just awful. Because I feel like if you're gonna be paying, it's not like these tenants is here just living for free. They're paying for their rent,
right?
And respectively, if you're paying for a service, you're supposed to get a return in your investment. So
absolutely,
it's just disturbing the fact that they was just so dismissive to her.
Absolutely. And I just want to say also a big shout out to the residents at 104 Saundrea Boulevard because they are going on a rent strike.
Yeah.
And what I love about it is that they're organizing their own escrow account, and they're going to put the money in themselves. So it's really good to see them taking these steps because under normal circumstances, I want everybody to know if you are considering going on strike, normally you will put your money in with an attorney in escrow to make sure that money's there. The challenge of going on a rent strike now, especially during these hard times, is that you may spend the money. You know, you may need essential things, you may have to eat, and then if you do spend that money and you go to court, you're going to be evicted. You know, so we're having lots of conversations with these residents to make sure they really understand that. And I love the fact that they're taking the next step. And they're going to form their own escrow, put the money in, and that's real empowerment. So I'm really, really proud of them as they continue with this move.
And I look forward to them when everything is said and done that they have a rent abatement as well.
And see, that's what, and that is how it should be.
Yeah.
And that's not guaranteed.
They should get it though.
But that should be the next fight. The residents should be able, if you're not getting certain services, you should be able to pay for yourself.
Yeah.
And like they should be able to go buy an electric stove. And that's the issue. Is that why can't they take their money out of rent and go buy an electric stove? And all the elected officials should be fighting for that. So big shout out to Mike Giannavis. He did mention that and sent a letter to Gregory Russ stating that. But as up to this point, we don't know if that is going to be in effect. But it should be. Residents should be able to get their money back without question.
Yeah.
And we fighting for that.
Yeah, very important.
So Carmen Quinones, correct me if I said your name wrong, Carmen, but Trinity Church Upper West Side is giving hot meals on Thanksgiving Day. We'll be distributing packages for Thanksgiving meals from 11:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. on this Thursday as well.
Beautiful.
It's a lot of food.
And if anyone else wants to call in with any type of information that we can share on the air about how folks can get some food, we'll put it in our chat. Or put it in the chat. We can share it that way too.
Is the phone hooked up? Somebody's supposed to be calling. They didn't call yet.
Yeah, so definitely want to share the information. It's great to see people stepping in the gaps. You know, we definitely need it. Our community is suffering at this time. You know, so yes, if anyone has any other shout outs around where they want to let people know where they can get food, that's great. We got somebody calling in.
Nika. To accept, press 1.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you, dear?
Hi, how are you?
All right. Can you say your name and your development?
Sure. So, my name is Nika, and I live in Brooklyn.
What is it again?
Brooklyn. I was actually asked to call in.
Yes. This is Saundrea. How are you?
Oh, I'm like,
yes, me. Yeah. You want to talk about what happened briefly, and then we'll put the link to the GoFundMe account for the individual that got shot.
Sure. So last week, Friday, a 17-year-old boy was shot in Red Hook Projects in Nycha, and he sustained massive gunshot wounds. He was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. And, I just want to really amplify the senseless gun violence that we're seeing throughout the New York City Housing Authority development. You know, as well as all over the city, but particularly in Nycha, where our children are using gun violence, on each other, and so many families and lives are being impacted with that. This was a child that, thank God he, I just also want to say that, he is not, he didn't pass away with it
Thank
because
God.
of injuries or anything like that, right? Thank God. But I do want to, shed some light on the impact that this is going to have on his family.
Yes.
And his mother and, his loved ones and his life, right? And, our children are out here and instead of utilizing talking mechanisms to refuse anything or being, having mentorship within our Nycha development to go to for whatever the reason is, if there's an issue or, if anything comes up, unfortunately gun violence is used. We don't know what the intention was, what the reason for this young man being shot was. This is a child that, went to school and stayed home. So, we don't know.
Right.
But, it's senseless and we need to do better as a community.
Yeah.
There's so many things happening. We're out here protesting Black Lives Matter, but it's not going to matter to everyone unless it matters to us. Right. And we have a lot of work to do. We need these children need outlets and resources.
Yeah.
But I just want to, ask if, anyone listening, I put together a GoFundMe.
Yes.
It's called David's Helpers. That's the name of the young man that was shot. Just to be able to help his mom, who's a single mother,
right.
Trying to ensure that her child is, on the right path. Unfortunately, she's out of work right now. And, there are so many things that are going to come up now and down the line. So as a community, I'm just asking if anyone can, help this family. The holidays are here and, we're dealing with this, the pandemic alone has, hit our homes in many ways, right? And, I just, I'm asking the community and, anyone listening or tuning in to, just be able to support in any way that they can. And I want to thank you for, having this platform, and providing the space to even be able to talk about this, and for all the residents reaching out, I do want to say, get some help from the elected officials with your, housing complaints and things like that, because that is what, we are here for. I'm not an elected official, but I do work for one, and I will tell you that there is power in that.
Yeah.
You're just holding Nycha accountable.
Yeah. So
thank you.
We're definitely gonna if I don't know if you're on Facebook. I don't know if you're on our page or not.
I actually was on the page earlier.
Okay, so if you
I had to click off.
Okay, so if you want to drop it in, but we'll definitely drop I have the link as well. I'll drop it in after we get off the air as well, just to put it in and on all the platforms. Justice for All Coalition will share the link, because this is a young man that is still here, and his family has a lot of financial issues, and we thank God that he's alive, and we want to see what we can do as One Nycha, just to at least share that GoFundMe page and see that the family can help get some financial relief while they're going through this turmoil. And I know he has a long road ahead, and like you said, the mother's not working, single parent, so we just want to help her the best way we can.
Right.
And we'll definitely share it and put it out. And thank you so much for calling in, and we will definitely be continued in talks and see what we can do and how we can help curb this gun violence, definitely in all our communities, especially in public housing and just in the city alone. Why are these guns coming? Why are the guns so easy to get, just like a pack of cigarettes?
Right.
That should be a whole nother segment. Maybe we could have.
We're talking about the pipes to prison. The prison
exactly.
Prison pipeline. Like it's here. Like our children, our young babies, because these are babies, should never have access to such deadly weapons.
Yeah.
Right. Like they should be playing basketball and football.
Exactly.
And sports and getting ready for college and high school, and like not ultimately preparing the life or death or jail or we're us as a black community, coming in single family households and where we have strikes against us already because of our skin color. The last thing that we need is other strikes against us because of things like this. And
and
I just
it
I
comes.
ask every family listening, just talk to your children.
Right.
Talk to anyone that you love about the importance
Right.
of, gun violence and how it affects everyone.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
it
we're a
comes
community, and we got to keep us safe in Nycha.
so true, and it comes back to it all comes back to the disinvestment. In public housing, not just, we want our repairs, but also a lot of the community centers are not even operating. They're
Absolutely.
closed.
Right.
And that was a lifeline for our children, the after school. I mean, even where I'm at, the kids have to go several blocks up to another center because, the community shares that with us. So, we need our community centers back open so our kids can have something to do. I mean, I know we have COVID now, right? But before COVID, we had this
Right,
issue.
right.
So the centers were closed. So we need to work on, once COVID is done, or, the vaccines are out and we can go back to a little bit of normalcy, we need these community centers back open. So I'm speaking to the elected officials to see that the NYCHA centers, the community centers that were closed, I mean, there's some that are chained up. Like in the Bronx, I've been to one with Richie Torres a couple of years ago. It's actually chained up, closed. Those centers need to be open because that's a resource for the families. It helps the mothers, the single parents and so forth, and the kids, to get their homework done, tutoring and so forth. And there's a lifeline for them. So we need that. So they're not stuck on video games in the house or getting caught into gangs or whatever it is, right?
Right.
And have access to the guns. But thank you so much for calling in. And we're about to go off the air, and we will definitely be in touch. And maybe you could come on the show soon. I'll work on booking you if you would like. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank
Thank you
you.
for calling.
Thank you guys
Thank
so much.
you.
Happy holidays to
Same
everybody.
to you.
Same
Thank
to you.
We'll
Stay
be in
safe.
touch.
Stay safe.
We'll be in touch.
Yes.
We'll be in touch. So we're about to get off the air. Talk to me.
All
What's
right.
up for
Well,
the next
definitely
week?
want folks to know, again, I'm running for Queensborough president. You can support my campaign by going to standforqueens.nyc. We're going to actually have a show later on today, probably right after this show, where I'm going to be actually talking about certain points of the campaign and affordable housing, actually, and why there is none, and what my goals are to change that.
And it'll be streaming from your page.
We'll be streaming
correct?
from my personal page, so all my personal friends and family,
All right, okay.
please tune in and check it out.
Share it. Money Mike.
Money Mike.
What's up?
Well, I'm just trying to focus on this Christmas that I can see if I can get done for Ravenswood. I mean, and hopefully in 10 years, hopefully I could do it for the whole Nycha.
All
Well,
right.
yes. Well, as we moving
not
on.
only Ravenswood, my community, Nycha's my community.
That's right. One night to one people. What about you? We're getting off there. What's up with you for this week?
For this week, honestly, I'm gonna be really swamped with just dealing with schoolwork. Pretty much, and just spending quality time with my family. Because this year is just a year I feel like you should be real close knit with your family.
Right.
And if you even have past, relationships with people, with ex friends, just try to make amends because it's just so uncertain.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's powerful.
Look at that. Look at that. I got to do schoolwork too, see?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man.
We got 2 college students here. This is beautiful. This is good.
Let's
One
get it
night
going.
encouraging our young folks to get their education and do the right thing. This is
Yep,
beautiful.
I graduate in May.
Okay,
Beautiful.
good
Congratulations.
For you. Awesome,
All right.
2021. And for me, same old thing, just, seeing about the neighbors and seniors and making sure all of the turkey lists that were done, making sure everybody got their deliveries. We got some pies coming out and so forth. So with that said, it's all good. And I want to just say one Nycha, one people.
One Nycha, one
Nycha, one
people.
people.
One Nycha,
One night.
one
I don't know
people.
where cameras at, but one Nycha,
One
one
Nycha, one
people.
people. All right.
We lifting off. Thank you for tuning in.